Not all apples are created equal. If you've dismissed the timeless phrase, an apple a day, you need to watch this video. I was eating a Cosmic Crisp apple with sun butter the other day, and I thought to myself, if not all meat is created equal, the same must be true for apples. And I went down the rabbit hole of all things apples. Many studies point to the beneficial effects of apples. This includes their antioxidant effects and positive impact on heart health. As if this wasn't good enough, they regulate blood sugar too, which is huge right now because a lot of people, especially if you're at least 15 to 20 pounds overweight, suffer from insulin resistance or prediabetes. This is great news because it is the single biggest factor that helps keep body weight healthy, which is pretty interesting. So how exactly do apples help fight obesity? It's all because of two big factors in apples: fiber and phenolic compounds. Studies show that both fiber and phenolic compounds in apples protect against many diseases. Especially the non-digestible fiber part of the apple resists digestion by stomach juices. They dodge the digestive acids and enzyme 2 and reach the colon. This is where the gut bacteria thrive. Gut bacteria feed on these non-digestible fibers and produce short-chain fatty acids, otherwise called SCFAs. These are the result of the fermentation by gut bacteria. Think about how probiotics work and are beneficial to the body. Short-chain fats have many benefits like sustained energy, stable blood sugar, improved satiation, and keeping you full, which is kind of the same thing. Research showed that eating more apples increased the number of healthy bacteria. It particularly altered two kinds of bacteria. The strains were Clostridiols and Bacteroides species. Both are known to influence gut health and general health in a positive way. But the one thing about apples, and maybe why this was an interesting video to click on, it's important to choose the right variety and the right type. Even though I'll preface this by saying, for the most part, all apples are pretty good. One apple in particular, Granny Smith apples, are what you should reach for to get the best weight loss effect. Studies show that Granny Smith varieties have more non-digestible compounds than other types. Scientists at Washington State University suggest Granny Smith apples for obese individuals. They say it may help lower the risk of disorders associated with being obese, which there are a lot. They found that obese mice were fed Granny Smith variety, their gut flora changed to that of lean mice. So they fed the obese mice Granny Smith apples, and the gut bacteria, when they measured it, was very similar to those of lean mice. A gut flora that is the same as lean mice helps lower the risk of disorders accompanying obesity. Always, if you can, choose organic apples, but if you can't find them, then make sure to clean them really well. And this is because they have pesticide residue and a wax coating. Typically, that wax coating, since apples are just kind of throwing all fruit, it helps protect the apples from bruising. The Environmental Working Group reports that apples are high in pesticide residues. Another thing to note is the petroleum-based waxes used as a coating on apples. So to keep it clean, try to choose organic and over conventional ones. Also, be sure to pick apples that are free of soft spots and mushiness. Hold the apple between your thumb and index finger and squeeze it. The harder it is to squeeze, the crispier and better it is. For other ways to eat more of this variety, freeze. You can freeze apples for a quick snack, wash, cut, and slice them up. Freeze them in a Ziploc snack bag, easy to kind of grab and go. Throw in some cheese or like a meat stick or sun butter to kind of balance it out even more with some protein and fat. You can use them to bake. Granny Smith apples are tart and firm. This makes it great for baking recipes like apple cobbler and apple crisp. You can make applesauce. Homemade chunky applesauce makes a great topping on pancakes too. You can enjoy them with probiotics. Eat cubed Granny Smith apples with the probiotic like Greek yogurt. You'll be able to boost your healthy gut even more with adding yogurt. Not to forget, eating whole fruit is always beneficial and helps to promote weight loss. Other notes on apples: the average apple contains 3 to 5 grams of fiber and 20 to 26 total carb grams. I like to look at not only glycemic index of certain carb sources, but also ratio of fiber to total carbs, as that's a good indicator of how they will affect your blood sugar. Apples are a good choice for a healthy carbohydrate source when kept in moderation, of course, especially if you're dealing with insulin resistance. Even though they help stabilize your blood sugar, you want to be cognizant of how much fruit you're eating and how to balance that fruit with healthy fats and proteins. Apples, like I mentioned earlier, are a great source of polyphenols that help to prevent heart disease, protect your brain health, and lower blood pressure. In addition, although type 2 diabetics can do a lot better on a higher fat, lower carbohydrate diet overall, apples are one of the better sources of carbs for diabetics since they have a slow effect on blood sugar instead of a drastic hit on the blood sugar like many other fruits. So now that you know apples help fight obesity, these powerful fruits are almost in a class of their own. Apples, along with grapes, especially when made into red wine, are some of the most healthiest and fat-fighting fruits in the world. Now you know why an apple a day keeps a doctor away, or maybe at least it helps keep the stubborn fat away. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something about apples, and now you know the best apple for weight loss. If you learned anything and if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you next time.